those vegan guys.
Thank you. Right, so what we wanted to talk about today was this book, Carl.
Yes,
that you've written.
Yeah.
which is here.
Yeah, it's got to be put together for ourselves at the moment and to show. It's called The Herbal People New Child, and to go along with everything we spoke about is I did want to give back. You know, I've a unique mind when it comes to mathematics, and I'm not just talking about numbers. I'm talking about generally everything, how things work. So I always wanted to write a book. And I said to my wife, I said, as things have got a little bad at the moment and we can't go out, and she wanted to do like you guys do, like a podcast, but more a family thing and promote not just veganism, but we want to promote being a dad, promote being a mum, promote parenting and just little bits and bobs like that. Because education, you guys, like I said, you talk about the veganism and you also talk a lot about education when you talk about your political stances and things like that. So I'm sure you agree that education, I always look at our future and go, they're right there behind us, guys. Our little ones, they're our future. They're the ones, if it's too late for some of us, you know, the ego is taking control, let's go back and show these guys a better way. If I can't go and take the education by storm yet, I'm going to try and do it with their imaginations and this book, sorry. I have to remember to slow down. I have to keep up with this here sometimes. We listen like the book called The Wonky Donkey. Have you read The Wonky Donkey at all? Have you seen The Wonky Donkey?
No, I don't think so.
The sensation is wonderful.
We'd love to see you two read it on. It is so funny. If you look on YouTube, there's an Irish granny that does it, and she's fabulous. Scottish, sorry. Very sorry, Scottish. Brilliant. And she's fabulous. And there's tongue twisters in there, and it's like, you know, wonky donkey. And we're Dr. Seuss lovers, you know. We do like a little bit of Dr. Seuss. So I wanted to make it something shorter, but just the poem. And we did the art, and I'm just going to quickly flick through so you see, just to show that it's very colourful and it's not an enormous amount of writing.
Yeah, I have to say, actually, I mean, I was very grateful you sent me the pages through, and the artwork is beautiful. Just beautiful. Really kind of bright, beautiful colours. And of course, the core of the book is about accepting diversity.
Yes.
It's about diversity. It's about how we interact with each other. It's about our expectations of each other. And I thought, I mean, I'm no children's book connoisseur, don't get me wrong, but I thought, oh, this is a cute book. If I had a kid, I'd be happy to give this book to my kid and say, you know, let's have a read of this. And of course, it's a bit tongue twistery as well. So that can help with diction.
That is the results we're looking for. And we've had a few parents read it and said, wow. And I said, thank you. Now we know to go ahead and do it. We've Olympia House. We've recently just sent to them. Alyssa, because she's brains, she decided to do, and we might send you with this just to look at and maybe send an email back. But she, at the back of it, as you see here, I'll pull it forward now, so you just take a look. I'm not sure how much you get of that. The lighting's not going to be great, but you'll have a little idea. It's the book, but instead she's put, if you remember...
Sorry about that. It was, I had my my little ear thing in, so I don't get any distortion.
Yeah. I'll go back. I was flashing you this book. It is difficult to see, but what I'll do is explain it. Is if you remember back in the lovely days of stockings and really cool presents, we'd have activity books. And Melissa said, well, why not do a colour activity book again? I said, oh, go for it, babe. So she did loads of activities and then give them to me, and then I just sort of filled with the artwork and got it out. So there's like, you know, mazes and things and questions in there, like... and there's lovely things in there that we snuck in there, as long as all the word searches and the fun and games. So just games to say, like, you know, what makes you feel down? What makes, you know, does people say things about you that you can discuss with adults and say how you feel onto... There's little things in there that put in really light game ways for them to maybe have a go with their mums and dads, you know, to see... Yeah. And, you know, maybe mums and dads can get a little bit in touch with some of their children at school, because...
Let's get back to this here book. Have you contacted any publishers?
Olympia House.
Yes, so Olympia House, we did mention a little bit. I know we've talked about it a lot, but Olympia House, we've seen Olympia House on Google, and we thought we'd click on it, and the setup for the submission was really easy, especially for someone like myself to follow.
Brilliant.
And I said, oh, do you know what? We'll give it a year. We was thinking many ways when we were like, was you gonna maybe find some good YouTubers to maybe promote the book? But I said, well, with this one, then we'll do it ourselves, and then if it comes when we get really good at it, and we're able to sustain doing this for a living. When we do things like vegan books, we'll talk to vegan groups instead of, and see if we can get something going with the YouTube channels and try raising money for things, because with my kind of mind is, if I've got enough to sustain myself and my family and look after us, everything else then can go to the world. I don't mind. So I want to do loads of projects and things like that. But I thought, instead of trying to convince other people to do it yourself, show them you're doing it, and then try and get their help. So the only help we ask for lovely people like yourselves is, just put a good word in for us, and a little vlog like this, like you've kindly done, and from there, just watch. If we make when we make a success of it, we'll show the world what we're really going to do, and what you should be doing with success. Showing the world a better way.
I'll tell you something, Carl and Alyssa, as well. When I flicked through it, I actually thought this would make a cute video, actually. Just kind of
little cartoons, and little plush toys, and I can imagine.
But the more and more we get stories going and books going, there's always a chance for any group out there that sees this and sees an opportunity to
just hold it up a bit. Hold it up a bit to the. There we go, and then we get a proper look. The Urple people, new child.
And that's the back. Go on, have a go at reading that. Can you read that?
Oh no. That's all the pages put together, isn't it?
I just want to a moment to see if she can do that. This is the final
all 16 things.
All 16, go for it.
He could be a chirple, nurple, flurple, squirple, yerple, circle, curple, herple, merple, burple, durple, flurple, lurple, wurple, gerple, sherple.
How many times I can't do that. I wrote it and I can't do it. She's read it so many times for the audio. But yeah, it's tongue twisting. I won't say the message at the end of the book. But
no, it's a spoiler.
We kept the book lovely and colourful all at the end. Take a look at it again if you can't remember it yourself. But right at the end, then we've got a please turn over after the end, just to get that very final message of mum and baby after school at the park, asking how his day was and what he learned. And just that lovely message at the end. Every time I laugh all the way through the book, even though I wrote it. Because I don't read it as much as and then I get the end, and as I turn the page over, it's welling up already, and I read the lines, and I just cry like a little baby every time. I'm the guy that cries at the end of the minute.
Hopefully, some publisher out there, and you can send them the link to this video now as well. Yes. Some publisher out there will see the value and the beauty in this book that you've created, because I do believe that the artwork, the intent, and the underlying message of the book is beautiful, and hopefully we shall see it on the shelves at some point in the not too distant future.
It would be nice to see it for Christmas, wouldn't it?
Oh, nice to see it for Christmas.
Perfect Christmas. Publishers, pull your bloody finger out.